Hi everyone. So in this particular video I'll be going through Elastic Certified Engineer exam topics, and this particular video deals with aggregation. So if you go to the course summary page of the certification, and if you search with word aggregation, you will see aggregation is mentioned at 3 different places, and those are our write and execute metric and bucket aggregation, and second one is write and execute aggregations that contain sub aggregations. So I'll be covering aggregations in today's video. So yep, let's get started. So I have my slides open here. So yeah, so what are aggregations? So aggregations basically is something like you take a number of items and you do something, some mathematical operations on that. So it's like, let's say you calculate sum, you calculate average, max, min, count and stat. So let's say a class, there is a student, the class of students, and you just sum all their marks or average, what is the average marks, what is the maximum marks, minimum marks, and count of all students, and stat I'll be covering later. So this is basically aggregations. So for example, sum is more relevant, for example total sales, right? So something of that sort. So I'll be covering this in today's session. So this is our so first we'll get the sample data. So this is continuing with Kibana sample data e-commerce, which comes default with Kibana installation. So I'll just show you how the data looks like. So if I take this and come here on my Kibana console, I'll just paste that query and show you how the data looks like. So the data is something, so this is just one record. So it's a transaction record, this single transaction, and there is a customer information and the customer information along with what was the products that the customer has bought. So customer has bought 2 products, and if I come down for that particular transaction, what is the total price and quantity, unique products, and some more information as along with that. So I'll just remove this and we'll take our, okay, we'll go to the next slide. So first is like, let's most simplest, like total of all sales. So what I'm doing here is basically how the aggregation syntax looks like is you just do a search. First you do a search on what you want from, and then you add ags. This is like a keyword, and inside ags you can call whatever you feel like. So in this case I'm calling total of tax full total price. So I'm doing a sum, and inside that this is also a keyword, so this must match one of the values. So it's sum, and I'm giving field. So field which we have just seen is like total full tax full total price. So this is the field which I on which I want to do a sum. So I take this particular value and I'll just copy it and come to Kibana console and paste this particular query. So if I run this you will see here this is the aggregation which I was looking for. So what it has done, it has calculated the total of all the transactions and did a sum. So the sum comes around 350,884. So this is the aggregation which takes which has got some aggregation, I can say. Okay, so I will move on. So next we'll just quickly run through other aggregations as well. So this is I am doing the average. So it's same thing, total taxable total price and doing average, and you can call whatever you feel like. And ags is a keyword, average is a keyword, field is the attribute name, exact attribute name, and this part is what you feel giving, like this is an average aggregation. So if I take this particular value and paste it here, so this time it gives me average. So average of all transaction is $75. Okay, so moving on. Next we'll do a max. So it's same like ags, max, and field, and whatever you feel like you can call. So I'll just copy this particular thing and come here, paste, and this is the max. So you can see the max is to okay. Well, moving on. So same way we are doing min. So I'll just run through it fast. Okay. So this is the minimum. There is $6.98. Okay. So next is like a count. So this is the if you want to do like what is the total count of all transactions. So this is how it looks like. So you have to give value count and whatever like field. So this will basically give you the total count of all transactions. So I can just run through this one, and so you will see the total transaction as 4675. Next is stats. So stats is like it will give you statistics of all the transaction. So this is if you want to combine everything together. So if I combine everything together, it will look something like this. So it will give me all like count, min, max, average, sum. So this is like stats of all transactions. Next is like extended stats. So extended stats is basically is useful like if you want more information. So that's why it's extended stats. So you can give any field that you want to do. So I'm just using the same total price, taxable total price, and if I take this, you will see the what information comes out. So you will see there's a count, min, max, but you can also see variance, which can be good for machine learning and all, like standard deviation and sampling information, bounds. So all this information will be useful in some kind of machine learning application. Okay, so this is slightly different. So let's say you want to know like the number of unique customers. So this is basically I'm saying show me the unique number of unique customers. So I know that email is unique, right? So I'm using this aggregation called cardinality. So cardinality is basically it will give you what number of unique items in that particular field, and this way I can know how many unique customers are there in all my transactions. So if I take this particular value and paste it over here, so here is my the unique number of email which I have got 3321, and you will see the total number of transaction is actually 4675. So out of that these are the unique number of customers that I have got. Moving on. So next I will be covering bucket aggregation. So these three I will be covering for this particular video. So it's basically date histogram and term. So histogram is basically like a graph, bar graph or something, and you combine the information based on some field like date or something. So I'll be showing this in next slides. Okay, so so this particular is like, let's say show me the transactions per date or per day. So this is again ags, then you have transactions per day. This is whatever you feel like calling. This is a keyword. So I am doing a date histogram, and I am doing it based on some field like a order date, and I am saying it should be based on the date. So that will be the bucket. So if I copy this and paste it over here, so you will see the information being bucketized by the date field, and this is how it looks like. So they are buckets, and this is an array, and for within every bucket there is a date. So that the date, how many transactions have happened. So I am saying on this particular date 146 transaction has happened, and on the second date this is the transaction which has happened. So it's like these are all my buckets and the transactions that has happened on that particular date. Okay, so moving on. So same, it's like a same thing, but you can give month as well. So I'll just quickly run through it. So now it's like I have only 2 months information, so it has bucketized based on that. It's 2022 6 and 7, and they are like 2000 transaction and 2400 something, 2456 transactions. Okay, moving on. So now let's say same thing. What I am doing is show me the transactions count by the customer. So I want to see like based on their email ID how many transactions they have done. So basically all I am doing is for every customer how many transactions they have done. So it will give me like based on the top descending order. So it will give me top 10 actually values. So this is the default behavior. So if I paste it over here, you will see so this is how I'm telling you, like this customer has performed like 7 transactions. So Stephanie has performed 7 and then 6, and if I go down, it will be like it will be in descending order 5. So I can say Elisa and Stephanie are my most loyal customers, like based on the number of transactions. Okay, moving on. Same thing, but this is like if you want to see like more than 10, you can give size equal to 100. So like you can give whatever size you feel. So this will give me 100 customers and their count. So if I come here, you will see same Elisa and Stephanie on top 2, but if I just search like this, you will see 100 records have come. So you can just go down like this, and these are after 10, all those 100 records have come. Okay, and moving on, now is the sub aggregations. Sub aggregations are like nested aggregations, like aggregations inside aggregations. So it will become more clear if I run through some examples. So okay, so what I have got is aggregation field, and then I am doing total sales per order date. So I'm performing like I want to know for every date what is the total sales. So then you have to give something like date histogram and the field name order date, and it should be bucketized based on the date or the day. So this is like a keyword, and if you see this aggregation, the second one is inside my top aggregation. So once I have bucketized based on the date, I want to do like a total sale. So this aggregation will do a total sale, and it will be a sum of this particular field, like taxable total price. So this will go inside this, and for every date I will be getting the total sales. So what we have seen earlier was based on the count, but this is based on the sales. So we are doing some calculation rather than doing a count. So if I copy it here and paste it, run this query, so this is how it looks like. So you will see this is the top level aggregation, total sales per order date. It matches with this field, total sales per order date, and there inside that we have got buckets, and the first bucket is on per by date. So it's like this particular date, this is the total transactions, and then the second aggregation comes in total sales. So this field, you see total sales matches total sales, and then the value, it has done a sum of those values. So it this is like 10,578. So same for the next date, what is the total sales? Now for the next date, total sales, and same on, it will continue like this. So this is like a nested aggregation. So you have aggregation block and aggregation inside aggregation, and this one finishes over here, right? So we'll just continue on this one, and same thing, let's say you want to do average. So similar example, but I'm doing average over here, and this is the average thing. So you will see average sales, the second in nested aggregation, and it will do average by date. And the last is like a 3-level nested aggregation. So this is like total sales per month per customer by customer. So there's 3 level. So first I start with like total sales per order. So every month what is the total number of, like first I'm bucketizing by month, then I am doing for every month again bucketize, again group it by the email, and then the final grouping should be by the how much that customer has spent. So I'm doing sum. So I'll just repeat for every month, like to all the records, take show me in a bar graph by every month, and then in that particular month find out the unique number of customers and how much every customer has spent for that month, do a sum. So this is the total, this is a 3-level nested aggregation. So if I run this, and so okay, so first thing is here, total sales per month, this is my top level. So total sales per order, this is my top level. If I come inside their buckets, and second I am doing emails unique, so this is emails unique, so it will give me all the unique customer one by one, and inside that I will be checking for that month how much that customer has spent. So this is the final bucket. So for example, Elisa had made 5 transactions and she has spent total $264, and same next customer, like 4 transactions for that and over that month 370, right? So this is top level, and inside that let's say there are 2 buckets actually. So this is for this month, like 2022 601, like that particular full month, and then you will see same information like for the next month. As we have seen, we have 2 months in our total database, so the next month also same thing continues. And again I'm like bucketizing based on the customer. For the next month he has made 4 transactions with total sales of $553. So this is how we have to read this. So this is like a 3-level nested aggregation. Yeah. Okay, so that's it guys. So that's all I have for today, and hope you like this particular video. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much. Bye.